Have you seen my name today?
Oh, yes, I love it. Ronnie Raptor.
Anyway, hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How have you been you've been at a wedding fair all day, haven't
I
you?
have, yes. It was very quiet, but I
Yeah.
did get a lead. So, and they booked the venue.
Oh, excellent.
So,
Excellent.
I have to wait
And
and
you've got
see.
another one tomorrow as
Another
well.
wedding fair tomorrow,
So
yes.
unload the car or did you just leave it all in there?
I've half unloaded it and
Right.
left half there. I unloaded the most precious cakes.
Yes. Yeah. The
And
ones you
then,
don't want to go manky in the car
no,
overnight.
that's right. And
Yeah.
I've got cake samples ready. So I just need to do a couple of bits and then off I go tomorrow. Leave at
Perfect.
9 because
Right.
takes you 40 minutes to get there. I say 9, but I know it'll be 15:15. But I like my setup time. I've got it down to half an hour.
Right. See,
So
yeah, once you've done it, because you've done it today as well. That's
yeah,
the thing, it's all fresh in your mind because you've done it today and you're just going to redo it
that's
tomorrow, and
right.
it's
That's right.
wonderful.
And I did one the other day, so everything was up to date anyway.
Yeah,
New business cards. I've got little printouts that I use.
nice. It
So
is the season of wedding fairs.
it
I can
is,
see
yes.
everyone popping up on all my social media. I'm at such and such today. I'm at such and such. So
Yeah,
yeah, everyone's at a wedding fair at the minute.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
all good.
Except
All
me,
good.
because I don't like wedding cakes, so I'm not going to wedding fairs. And that's all I've got to say about that.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Okay. So today we are talking about being yourself and showing up as yourself in your business.
Yes, which is
Why you
very
should do
important.
it is why you should do it, how you should do it, what not to do, what it can do for you if you do. Now, actually,
And staying true to yourself.
right. So, do you know Iris Apfel died today? Do you
Yes.
know? Right. So
Yes.
it came up on the news today and it said Iris Apfel's died. And I'm like, who's Iris Apfel? They said, fashion designer
Yeah.
and model. And who is she? And then they said, she's 103 or 102. She dresses in colourful clothes. She's got big glasses, big round glasses.
Yeah.
And she like lives like a young, she's got a real young outlook. And as soon as they said all of that, I went, oh,
Yeah.
Iris Apfel.
Uh,
And that is because she is true to herself. She's lived her life
Oh my gosh,
as
you couldn't have
herself.
chosen a more perfect person, could you?
Yeah. And it's just like that. It just sums up why
Yeah.
she has lived her life like that.
Mm.
We all know who she is,
Yeah.
and she's colourful
She's even
and
had a character dedicated after her in a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. It's a cartoon with the guy with the yellow things.
Bart Simpson.
No, we always used to make the cakes as the
Oh,
glass.
Minions.
Yes, I'm sure it's a Minion movie. We're terrible, aren't we?
Sorry, I've just sprung that on you. You didn't know I was going to mention her.
No, I didn't. But you're so true.
But I think that she kind of sums
Yeah,
up why you should be yourself, because we all know who she is.
yeah,
She's like her brand of herself.
yeah,
Um, and she just stands out. She
yeah,
just stands out.
yeah,
So in her honor today, we
yeah,
are going to talk about being yourself in
yeah.
business,
Being true to yourself.
being true to yourself.
So, I'm just going to talk about that phrase because we never used to hear it, did we? It's a modern phrase.
Yes,
It's a
yeah, it's
fashion.
millennial.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
fashion
millennial
phrase.
phrase. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it is.
and they say it a lot on Love Island.
Oh, I don't ever watch Love Island.
Yeah, so I'm just being true to myself.
In other words,
And
I'm just being an asshole to everyone else because I'm being true
yeah,
to myself.
but why not? You should put
Yeah,
yourself first.
why not?
Um, but the message behind the actual word, the phrase, if you think deeper about it, it can really help you as well.
Yeah,
So if you Bronya could be whoever you wanted without all the noise of the world, outside influences and such like, who would you be? And
Do you know what? I was thinking about this on my dog walk earlier.
yeah,
I was thinking, if someone said to me, if you could be any cake maker, who would you be?
mm,
And I'm like, I want to be me.
yeah.
I
That's
want to
the
be me.
perfect answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be anyone else.
No.
And why, whilst I don't want to, I don't want to be world famous, I'm not looking
Mm,
to leave this legacy like, I don't know, Duff Goldman or whatever, or Ron Ben Israel. I just want to think that I haven't watered myself down,
yeah. Yeah.
you know?
And that's so true, isn't it? You
Yeah.
you you have to create what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know, though, and obviously we are women of a certain age.
Mhm.
Do you not think that you get to a certain age and you think, sod it, I'm just going to be me?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. If I knew now if I knew now what I oh, how do you say it? If I was 16, no,
Yeah.
18 actually, and know now what I know
What? Yeah.
then, or the other way
If you knew
around.
then what you know now.
Oh god, that was hard. Um, I would do so many more things
Yes.
completely differently.
Yeah.
I would
And
have
isn't it a
so much
shame
more
that
confidence.
age is wasted on us old people?
Yeah. It's not. No, because we're passing on our knowledge,
Yeah. It's not age, it's experience
wisdom.
and
Yeah.
knowledge. Yeah, wisdom,
Yeah.
that's a good word. Wisdom, experience,
Yeah.
knowledge. That's what we've got. And because of that, we can sit there and go, "Do you know what? To hell with it all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be who I am."
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
need to
because
be who we are in everything we do. It's
yeah. And in your business, you need
yes.
to go, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I don't do silhouette cakes.
I don't do wedding cakes
There you go.
because
Uh,
that's not who I am.
I was also reading about you know, when you meet someone
Mhm.
and you get like a little prickle of, oh, I don't like you,
Yes.
oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
You
you're
should
not
use
my
that.
person.
Yeah, you should use that in your business because
Yeah.
like we've done it in the past when people would come in, customers say, "Hi, do you do diabetic cakes?" And
No,
but we did say yes.
I know. Stupid, but we
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
But we've learned from our mistakes.
yeah, yeah. So that's you need to create your identity so that you can avoid
Yeah.
issues like that.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So how do you be yourself? What does it mean to be the best you are? You know?
Well, something that you feel comfortable doing. That
Yeah,
you're like, if I want to wear red lipstick and purple hair, I'm
do
gonna
it.
bloody well do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's you do the things that you enjoy, do the things that
Mm,
make you happy
yeah.
because it will show up in everything you do.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
faking it, people will know that you're faking it.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so be the best version that you want to be. I mean, you're not going to be happy all the time. That's an unrealistic possibility. But if wearing purple trousers every day makes you happy, damn
Yeah.
well do it. You
Yeah.
know, and if that becomes part of your identity, because these kind of things do become your identity,
Yeah.
use it, utilize it, play
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
show it in things. So part of my identity is my dogs. Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Yeah.
So my identity, if people said two things about me, they'd go, she bakes cakes, she's got dogs.
Yes. There you
Right?
go.
That's my identity.
Mm.
Um, and that's how I show up. That's the things that I put out there. My
Mm.
dogs, my cakes.
Mm.
There's
I
very
like
little
that.
else to me, hollow inside otherwise.
No cake.
Yeah, cake inside. Yeah. Cut me open and you find buttercream inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, So do the things because when you do the things that make you happy, you become more authentic. And I know again, authentic is another one of those little buzzwords, isn't it, that everyone's using at the moment. But you become more authentic, and people know that you're being authentic,
Yeah.
and they will trust you more.
Yeah.
It builds the trust because they know you're being.
Yeah. So it's actually sometimes though, I think it's quite hard for like me, say, I know I have my own individual style, but I don't really know what it is. But when I make my cakes, I can see it, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe one day you should sit down and write in words what you think your style is.
Yeah.
And then that might,
I was
put it
going to
into
say boring, but it's not. It's not.
it's not it's anything but boring. Anything but boring. Because there
Oh
are
my
so many
God.
ways to describe someone's style, isn't there? There's either
Yeah.
elegant or fluffy or pink and
Yeah.
cute or smooth and
Traditional.
classic. Yeah, so many
Yeah.
like words and adjectives and that you
Yeah.
can describe. What is that? What are you? In all
Mm.
those things, what are you?
Mm.
Colourful, I would say you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Extravagant.
yeah. I liked your maximalist minimalist.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. I didn't want
I
to
like
overuse it though. But why
because
not? It's maximalist and minimalist.
well, it is
Oh my
because
God,
in
you'd
parts
love
there's
the
lots and lots
cake
of stuff
I've
going
just
on.
done. I must
Yeah,
take some photos of it. It's maximalist and minimalist at the same time.
and that's the thing is that it's
Mm.
modern maximalist. I don't know,
Yeah.
but do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's maybe one day you should sit down and write down all the things that you think your style is, and I
Mm.
bet you
Mm.
have lots of words.
Mm.
I bet you have.
I bet I will as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do you know if you have someone you admire and say like, I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Do you?
Yes.
Shocker.
And you admire them
Yeah,
and you embrace their style. So like say I was 16, I'd be dressing like them
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'd have Red Hot Chili Pepper tattoos. Oh, I do. Um,
Just right. Can we also clarify that once upon a time, Sammy had 2 dogs, one called Chili, one called Pepper.
yes. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
chili and pepper. But it's the same with cake making. If there's a cake maker who makes these amazing cakes and you admire them, you like their style,
yeah,
you love the way they are, you're gonna absorb that into your
yeah.
work, aren't you?
You're going to
And
be
develop
influenced by it,
your
aren't
own
you?
style.
Yeah. So you sort of like take all these influences of all the people that you like and yeah, the people that you admire. And in that, that thing of if I was going to be another cake maker, who would I be? There
Mm,
will be a long list of people whose work I love and adore, and they've probably all influenced all of the work I've done over the years.
yeah. But there's also cake makers that I have admired, but I wouldn't use
Yeah,
their style.
yeah. I wouldn't want to be them, but
Mm,
I admire them I think that's different because you recognise their talent and
yeah.
recognise how actually amazing they are at what they do, but
Mm,
you wouldn't want to do what they do. Yeah.
no.
Right. So why be yourself? Why show up as yourself and be who you are in your business? The first thing I thought of is it makes your business more sustainable
Mm,
because you stay interested. You
yeah,
stay
you're
interested
less
in your
watered down.
yeah, yeah. You're not trying to be someone else, which is really hard work.
Mm,
When I know for a short time I was going for like the tall, elegant, classic wedding cakes.
yeah,
That's so not me. I
yeah.
got really bored, really tired. And whilst I really admire the people that can make these beautiful, tall cakes covered in flowers. I just got a little bit, it just grated on me after a while,
Yeah.
because that's not who I was. And then you begin to see things coming out in some of those cakes that I did. So we did one that was, I think, a 4-tier, and it had a cascade of flowers. But it was like really colourful. So it's like pinks and purple,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that. And it's like, oh, that's actually like a hint of who I actually am coming out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it quite different. I think it's really hard to sustain being. You just get bored. You just get burnt
Yeah.
out by it. You just get
Yeah.
feels find a bit dull.
Yeah. It's like wearing a pair of shoes that you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also you'll be more proud of your business.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you get it won't sometimes when you make a cake that's like all the others,
Yeah.
because a bride's asked you to do something like that, blah blah blah, and you try and put your style into it, I find that I get less praise. I
Yeah.
don't get that, oh my God,
Yeah.
I love that cake. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's a piece of art.
Yeah.
That is what I'm looking for.
And I think also because when you're yourself in your art, in your work, you put more love into it.
Yeah.
And you can see that, like, in something like cake making, I think you can really see the love.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see if there's a business that just churns cakes out, every sort of like every week, sort of
Really
like,
cheap.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
really see that it's like, oh, that's a rose, yeah, a couple of petals, stuff it on.
Yeah.
You can see the difference.
Happy piped.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Bert.
You can really see it. When we had a shop, there was a shop down the road from us, and they used to churn cakes out like, I can't believe how they were cheap.
Yeah.
And they used to, every week they used to put up on Facebook, this is this week's cakes. It was like 45 cakes going up.
Yeah.
And you could see they have banged them out the door.
Yeah, it does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, mind you, if that's your thing, if that's who
Yeah.
you are, you want to be just churning cakes out because you need to be making money, and that's your thing, is making money and building a business like that. Fine, great. You can see, you can see that in it. But if you want to be recognized for yourself as an artist, that ain't the way to go.
Yeah.
You need to love what you do, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you will produce much, much, and you will also be less burnt out because you're enjoying what you're doing a bit more. It's a bit more self-care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I keep saying definitely. I'm going to stop it now. Definitely.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. The other thing is, I think you will attract, if you
Your
show up as
ideal client.
you would attract people that like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you attract people that like you, they're going to want your work.
Yeah.
Definitely. I always remember, so there was one thing I always remember, it was Katie from Malarkey Cakes, who we're hoping to get back on again very soon.
Oh my God, yeah. Are you going to talk about the pink ruffles?
No, I was going to talk about onions.
Oh, yes.
So I think there's a story that she tells that she put out on Instagram once, that she was talking about raw onions, how she doesn't like raw onions, how she thinks they're like the worst thing in the world. And she got a client come to her and go, oh my God, I completely agree with you on the onion thing. Will you make my wedding cake?
No way.
I'm sure there was like a little bit more between that and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it started. The raw onions is where it started. And she ended up making their wedding cake.
Yeah.
Because there was a connection. There was like-minded, sort of like something. And by the time they got chatting, there was more that they liked about one another.
We were talking about this at the wedding fair today that I was at. So I had samples. They were salted caramel chocolate samples. So chocolate cake with salted caramel buttercream and freshly made salted caramel sauce. So yes, they are sweet, but
whatever.
They're yummy. But so this girl came up and I said, oh, would you like to try a piece of cake? sample. Yeah, all right. And I immediately thought, I hate you. No, that's a bit strong. I dislike you. I don't like your manner, young lady.
Yeah.
She took a bit of cake and she put it in her mouth and she went, ugh, that's sickly. Ugh, like that. And and the lady in the stand next to me was looking at me. I could see her going, ooh, what a bitch. Like that. And as she walked off, she was like, oh, I can't eat it. Oh, it's nice, but it's just too sickly. Like that.
Oh. Anyway,
And
you're not my type of person at all. Did
yeah,
you not fancy going up to and go, right, spit it out then. Spit it out.
give it back to me. Give it back to me. No, I did laugh. I think previously that would have like just ruined my day.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh my God, my cake's awful. She doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But I know my cake's nice.
We know your cake's good. Yeah.
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 And then it started all of the other suppliers. We all then had conversations about clients that they who had come to take details or da da da, and they didn't want to have they didn't take that client because they knew they weren't the client for them.
Yeah. And that is so important. It's
Yeah,
a two-way thing, isn't it?
yeah,
It is a two-way
definitely.
thing.
Because
When
you're
you know,
interviewing as well as them
yeah,
interviewing you.
yeah, you've got to know that actually you want to make their cake. You want to
Yeah,
be part of their wedding or part of their event or their
yeah,
day.
yeah,
And if they're not the sort of person that you're going to get on with,
yeah.
there's
They're not.
something in there that you're
Yeah,
like, actually, no, I
yeah.
need to
If
step away.
they're asking you for a Thomas the Tank Engine wedding cake, but you only make great Scott wedding cakes, then they're not the ideal client.
Great Scott! No, but you're right. You are true. You know, Thomas the Tank Engine is cute. Is great
Mhm.
Scott, refined,
Yeah,
classic. You know,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
you do need to get on with them, but they need to feel compelled that you're someone that they can talk to.
yeah,
And the thing is, a wedding fair is slightly different because you're kind of forced into this position that you've got to talk to people, or people are coming in, you need to talk to them.
mhm,
But in your business generally, if you can put yourself out there, and you will generally then get people that want to talk to you.
yeah.
You won't get the other ones. They
Well,
won't come near you because they'll look at
yeah,
you and go, oh God, no, she's not for me. She's a bit too much.
yeah. I get a lot of emails. And I wonder if other people get this as just a standard email that brides and grooms send out. But I get a lot that say, "Hi, I've looked at your cakes and I really like your style."
Which is great.
Yeah, which
And
is
that's what you want to hear.
yeah.
Because what you don't want to hear is, yeah, I've looked at your cakes. Nothing's floating my boat, but will you make my cake?
Yes. Have you got a date available? Because I can't find anybody else.
But it's you need to put yourself out, whether it's you as your personality, whether it's you as your cakes, whether it's you as your branding,
Mm,
your name is so important as well, what you call in yourself,
mm,
all of that. If it doesn't resonate with people, then they're not going to bother you,
yeah,
and then you will get the people that do resonate with you, and you're going
yeah,
to get cakes to make that you like, and
yeah,
clients that hopefully, fingers crossed, you do like.
yeah. 90% of the time. And they
Yeah,
always come back.
yeah, because your cakes are amazing.
Yeah, yeah, because you want that as well. You want customers to keep coming back to you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
building your
repeat.
business.
Because it's such, I mean, the thing is, with cakes, the wedding industry is quite difficult with cakes because generally, not all, but generally, it is a one-time thing.
So one of the suppliers today was on her third wedding, and she was saying how she had a different supplier each wedding. But the
Hold on,
lady
hold on,
next,
hold on.
do you want me
Gone a
to
bit
let him in?
funny.
Have I? Oh,
Gone a bit.
I think
You've gone a
it's.
bit funny.
Shall I go away and come back? It's not. Uh, uh, it's on a medium. Hang on. So there was a lady, as a supplier today, who was on her third wedding, and
Right.
she was telling us all about the fact that she'd had different people at each wedding, like different suppliers.
Right.
And then she said, but we went back to the same hair and makeup lady. And she said, but don't tell the husband, the current husband. She said, because the hair and makeup ladies lasted longer than her other weddings.
Oh, that is so funny. Oh, it's great. Fantastic. But generally, you're like, it's a
Yeah.
one-stop shop. I mean, you might get birthday cakes, christening cakes, that kind of thing, if you're good.
Baby
And we
showers.
have like one particular customer in the past that she got married, then her daughter got married, and then we had birthday cakes and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, returning customers are good. But the other thing that you will also get is you'll get referrals.
Yeah.
Because if they've really enjoyed working with you, and then their mates are getting married, or their auntie's getting married, or their mates have got birthday cakes, they'll go, oh, I know such and such. She was lovely to work with. Her cakes are beautiful. She's
Yeah.
great to, so that kind of works quite well as well.
Yes.
And you'll also attract other suppliers that are like you.
Yes.
And they'll refer you, or that sort of referral.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, the blooming dog's come in and now he wants to go back out again.
Oh.
Really, I'm sorry, it's just going to have to be a scratch-a-thon.
Well, I did have to edit a lot of scratching out last week.
Oh, I do apologise.
Was he making a bed last week, did you say? Yeah. That was fine. Right, so how and where can we show up as ourselves? Firstly, obviously, our products, our cakes should be us. Yeah. And if you do get asked to make a cake that isn't your style, and you've just got a quiet week.
Oh, you can say yes, but you don't have to put it on your social media.
Don't let anyone see it.
Yeah.
Just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I used to put every single drip cake up. And now I don't.
See,
but I make them all the time.
I really enjoy making drip cakes. Really, I can make drip cakes all day. I'll always put them up because I like making them.
Yeah.
But I like making lots of different colours with lots of little swirly stuff on the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's not your bag, then just don't.
Oh, I don't mind making them. I just don't want people to ask me for them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So other names is your name, your business name. Are you happy with your business name?
Yes, I'm happy with my business name, but so I'm called Daisy Cake Hampshire.
Yes,
because that's what my website, the man who created my website, he said, this is what your name should be.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay. because
that was then.
That was then. But now I think to myself, should I just be Daisy Cakes?
Yeah. I mean, I've changed. I've been Daisy Cake Company. I've been Bronya at Daisy Cake Company. I'm now Daisy Cake Company and Co. So it's all like the same thing, but like little versions of each.
Yeah.
And you are what you call yourself, after all, you know? But you have to be happy with what your name is. Yeah. Otherwise, you won't be proud to tell anyone what your name is.
No. I'm proud. I am very proud of my name and our name and the brand that we have.
Yeah, Daisy Cake Company.
I love saying, oh, and my friend moved to Epsom. It was her company, and then she moved to Epsom, and I was lucky enough to keep on the Daisy Cake Hampshire. And
it's a good name, Daisy Cake Company. It's named after my dog. What better can you be? How better can you be? You know.
And daisies are my favourite flower.
Yeah. Perfect.
I've got a tattoo of a daisy.
She's got a lot of tattoos.
I haven't.
Her daughter is a tattoo artist.
Yes.
You know, your firstborn is a tattoo artist. It's only fair. Yeah, I think and I know that a lot of people, when they start out, they give themselves a company name, or they'll be chatting with people and they go, oh, why don't you call yourself Ron's Cakes?
Yeah.
And then you kind of get through and you kind of go, oh, you know, 2 years later, you're like, is that really who I want to be?
Yeah.
If it's not,
Do
change
a
it.
reband.
Yeah, just change it. Be proud of who you are and let your name reflect who you are.
Yeah,
Because
because at the end of the day, people are going to go, oh, what's that company called?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they're going to go, Daisy Cake.
Exactly. Because you will say it. Oh, if you like your name, you'll say it over and over and over and over again.
I do when I answer the telephone. I go,
If you don't like your
Sammy
name, you go,
speaking, Daisy Cake Company.
yeah. So you've got to be proud of it because you've got to want to tell people, and then people want to know who you are. So then they can Google you, then they can search for you, and all the rest of it. Also, in your branding has to reflect you, has to reflect who you are.
Yeah.
So my branding has changed wildly over the years. When I first started out, I was like a little cupcake company and it was all cutesy and sweet and little Daisy and really cute. Then we went a little bit more sophisticated because that was when I was thinking, oh, I need to be sophisticated and classic. And since then, I've gone a little bit more, I don't know,
Modernly funky, bohemian, funky,
colourful,
bright,
blocky,
colourful,
bright,
pink, bright pink.
Do you know, I do have pink. No, I do have pink. So I have like pink and teal, and I still have a daisy, but it's not like a cute little daisy.
It's
It's
funny
more
because
of
I
a
don't have a daisy in my logo anymore.
no.
I've got a 3-tier cake with a love heart because I love hearts. I've got, funnily enough, a love heart tattoo.
Tattoo.
We're going down the tattoo route tonight. But that encompasses who I am.
Yeah.
But my logo on my car, I've got little daisies, pink
Daisies all over the place.
all over it. Yeah, and daisies are still part of my company.
So your visual branding, again, you've got to reflect who you are, but you've got to be proud to show people what that is and how that reflects you. And also your personal branding, how you are, how you talk, how you are.
Oh, definitely. I really think I've gone through the whole like trying to copy other people's how other people would speak it because I'm not that literate. I'm literate, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I struggle. So you know, you'll go on someone else's website.
You're a woman of a certain age. That's why you struggle.
And I've learned no, say it how I would say it. Like I use lots of arm movements and I'm always like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And people love you for being you because of it.
Yeah.
I know like when we had the shop, I would talk about us and we because there was several of us and you know, but I know before that, when I first started the business and it was just me, I would talk about us and we like I had some massive team, like I was some corporate thing. And it's like, and then we had the shop and there was an us and a we.
Yeah.
And if I talk about the business of cake making, yes, it's always me and Sammy.
Yeah.
So I always talk about the two of us. But when I talk about my cake business, it's me.
Yeah.
No other buggers doing this. It's me.
Yeah. So
You know?
like I've actually, because when Sam was with me, that was her ethos was the team at Daisy Cake Company will get back to you as soon as possible. But they won't because it's only me.
It was me. Bring them in. Let me help. Yeah. So make sure people know, unless you have ideas that eventually you want to have employees.
And that's who you want to show yourself as. A team.
If you want to be, you know, look at like you're like a bigger team. But I actually think it's quite healthy being like it's just me and this is what I'm doing and this is how I feel about this and this is my cake and this is what I did, because then people can relate to you and what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Also things like wedding fairs, right? So this is a case in point, right? You've been to a wedding fair today, you went to one last week and you're going to one tomorrow. What did you wear?
So I wanted people to know that I'm a bright, colourful person and that I'm a bit funky, but also that I'm they can be secure in the knowledge that I'm not a numpty. So so I've got massive earrings in.
Yeah.
and I had my hair all up in like a 1940s kind of my
Oh,
twist that I
nice.
do.
Yeah,
And I had big boots on, but I had a satin kind of just
because that's
plain
you.
dress on. Yeah,
That's you. That's your style.
yeah,
And I mean, I've been to wedding fairs where I've seen other cake makers and they're wearing chef's coats,
yeah,
which is great.
yeah,
You know, if that's who they're trying to portray
yeah.
they are, I'm the
You know,
professional.
I do like a chef's coat, but I think that's not me.
No,
I love a
and
pinny.
exactly.
I got in the car, I was talking to my neighbour, I still had my pinny on, and I drove there with my pinny on, I got out, I unloaded the car, and it wasn't till I got in that I realised I didn't have a coat on, I just had a pinny on with all my buttercream and stuff down the front of it. But, it just felt comfortable. You
Yeah, and that's who you need to be. I mean, some people they want to portray that they are classically
Yeah,
trained, that
I can
they
that they wear heels all the time.
oh,
Oh.
no. My 4-inch heels days are long
Yeah.
gone.
No, no,
But
no, 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 no.
no. But again,
But
I've been through different phases of wearing a pinny at wedding fairs and then not wearing a pinny and
mhm,
putting my hair up, having my hair down, just being me. Because everyone knows that you're not baking there, that
y
this isn't you in the kitchen, but
yeah,
they need to get to know you as you.
yeah, yeah,
And also your display, how you put display out.
yeah. So, I'm not traditional. You're not gonna get your white with I do like
Yeah,
making sugar flowers and stuff like that, but, so my cakes today were my Cake International piece,
yeah, which was very
my
white.
it was, but which was strange because that's not what my design was meant to be. Anyway, um,
Yeah.
bright cerise pink one with
Yeah.
peach flowers and gold down the front,
Nice.
a Lambeth cake,
Yeah.
and my new design, which it's got succulents all over it. Thanks, Cassie Brown. So and I've put
Didn't you have your
buttercream.
little, you had a little model there as well?
Yes, and I've
I
got the
saw it
little
on Insta, I saw
model.
you on your stories.
Yeah. So I've got my little model on there as
Yeah,
well. So I only had 3 cakes on my main table and 1 cake in the room where they had it all set up.
right. Yeah,
And, I had people come up to me and say, "Oh my god, is that your cake up there? I loved it. That's the best part of the whole room. I didn't even take pictures of the room. I just took pictures of your cake." And that on its own is enough of a
yeah.
compliment for me.
And that 'cause it stands out because it's you. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember doing wedding fairs and taking, so I did a few wedding fairs and I took wedding cakes along. I remember taking a black wedding cake along to a couple. That was people were shocked by it, and I'm like, "Oh, get over it."
Yeah.
I remember al I
But
remember
that's
also
our style, isn't it?
yeah,
But you
but I
have to
also
remember if you're gonna go to a wedding fair,
depends where it is as well.
yes, because I've done that, and I would have been offended before if nobody like, if I gone to one of those wedding fairs and nobody had said to me, "Oh, I love your cake." But I know now
Yeah,
that not everyone's gonna like my cakes.
yeah. I remember also taking to a wedding fair once, a 3D dog, a cyber dog. I did
Oh,
like a little
I
cyber
remember that, yes, that was
took it to a
brilliant.
couple of wedding fairs. Got so many comments and actually
Yeah,
got birthday cake orders from it.
yeah, yeah,
So, but that was me. That was who I am.
yeah,
So,
yeah, don't water it down.
no. But also, even if you're not going to a wedding fair, even if you're doing fairs and markets
Yeah,
or you've got a gazebo or all that sort of stuff, even if you're on social media, you're talking on social media, make
yeah,
sure if you're doing videos on social media. I listened to a podcast the other day and they were saying that reels that are doing well on social media are ones that have got more lifestyle to it. So, they've got plants in the background, they've got bits and pieces going on in the background. Make sure that's you.
hmm,
Make sure all the stuff that's going on in the background in your reels is you, is your style, is your
yeah.
okay, yes, it could be like a lot of shit and dirt and icing sugar, but make
Yeah,
sure the flowers in the background suit your style. Yeah.
yeah,
But
you're
yeah,
right.
so everything around you, don't be too clinical about it. Make sure you're getting getting you across as well. Right, what not to do?
Do stuff you don't want to.
Exactly.
But
Don't
we've
take
kind of
on work
covered that.
you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't
we've
take on work
covered
you don't
that.
like. Or even if you do, don't show everyone. Don't let
No.
everyone see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right to do stuff that you don't
Yeah.
like.
You know, in the like the lower months when you need a bit of cash,
Yeah.
it's okay to, but it won't be your best work.
No. No, because
It won't have your heart in it.
mm,
And the other thing that I would say is, and what I see a lot of cake makers doing on social media, is following trends because they're
yeah.
trendy.
Yeah.
Doing a reel because it's a trendy reel.
Yeah.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Are you attracting the right people to like what you're doing?
No. Sorry, I'm having dog issues here. He's like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. Look, sort your style out, Andy. What's the real you?
This is the real him. He's being
Yeah.
a prima donna tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
what are we talking
don't.
about? What shouldn't you do? You
So
shouldn't.
don't do trends, but just because they're trendy.
Yeah.
Only do trends if it's part of who you are and what you want
Yeah.
to do.
And if it's how you feel.
Yeah, because no matter how the algorithms on social media work, people will know. So if you put out a reel that you did because it was a trend, and it went viral, say you do a reel and it goes viral, and then people then come to you expecting
Yeah.
what that was, and that's not who you are. What a waste.
Yeah.
What a waste of your time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it got 4 million views, but whatever. How is that helping you
Yeah.
when that's not who you are?
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone's saying, we want that cake.
Yeah, and you're like, I never want to make it again.
No, silhouette cakes. Luckily, they're not in fashion anymore. So
No. Sammy made a cracking silhouette cake.
oh, I did, didn't I? It was beautiful. And
Yeah.
you took some cracking photos of it.
I took it to Romsey Abbey for a wedding fair, to Romsey Abbey. And while I was there was a florist with this big plinth. And I asked her if I could put the plinth right in the middle of the aisle with the stained glass window behind. And there was Sammy's silhouette cake. It was it's just like everything like fell into place in the right time. But you'll never make him again, so it don't matter.
No.
Right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we show up in this podcast as us.
Definitely. You're getting us.
Yeah. You get
And
the
us.
authentic us.
Yeah.
Authentic 100% us in this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, before we go on, we need to talk about our next episode, our Q&A.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So if you have anything you would like to ask us, what's your favorite cake to make? How do you manage to walk your dogs and run a business? You know, anything.
And ask us anything about us, about cake making. We've got a few questions in already, which is really lovely.
Yeah.
But ask if you've got any, like, you've been trying to work something out and you don't know how, and maybe we might be able to help. I'm not saying we can, but we might be able to.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I say, the whole flower one that we did about putting fresh flowers, that came out from you. And did you hear?
Yes.
So the Food Standards Agency is actually releasing proper guidelines on putting flowers on cakes.
Let's take the glory of that.
Yeah.
Because you were the one who contacted them.
Yeah, so I asked them direct, but I am going to ask them back. I'm going to email them again and get a follow-up of what actually is going on. But yeah, so that has come about through a Q&A that we did on our last one. So yeah, please ask us questions because we like Q&As. They're fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it means we don't have to think about something to talk about.
Yeah.
Because you lead it. It's a listener-led episode.
Yeah. And But because you said that, why don't we ask if there's an episode you would like us to talk about? You know, if you've got a
Yeah.
subject that you think, oh, I've always wondered how, what, why, when.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Why not
tell us
ask?
what you want us to talk about. We'll talk about it.
Mm,
Do it.
do
Or
it.
if there's a guest that you really, really want us to talk to,
Yeah.
because chances are we really want to talk to them as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Get in touch. We love your ideas. We need them.
Yeah.
It feeds us.
You are the world. You are the questions. You are the reason that we do our podcast. God.
Oh, right. Okay. Moving on.
Okay, right. I'm going to do it. I don't know why I have to announce that I'm going to do it.
Just in case everyone's sat at home going, she's going to do it. She's going
Yeah,
to do it.
she's gonna do it. I've forgotten the words. Product of the week. Product of the week. Product of the week. Product of the week. Okay, it's your turn to go first this time.
Right. Okay.
I'm really
Now,
excited. I'm been hanging on the end of my seat waiting for this.
right. This is a product that I really genuinely think, how have I not known about this product for, I don't know how long they've been out. Okay. It's not specifically a cake making product, but I found one at work the other day and I'm like, how have I never known about this? A magic eraser.
A what?
Right. It's like a scouring pad.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Can you
Oh
use
my
cakes
God.
then?
So not specifically cake. So the reason I've started using it, and I would have really loved this when we had the shop. So if you do fairs and markets, or you've got a shop, or you've got any kind of display, and you've got a blackboard, and you write on that blackboard with a chalk pen, right? And then you wipe it off with a bit of sponge and a bit of water, and it
Yeah.
never really goes away.
No, that's right.
It's always like a little
What,
ghost
so you
of
can
what you.
use a magic eraser
A
on it and it'll...
magic eraser washes
No
it clean,
way.
completely clean. See?
Wow.
So it's like a white sponge.
Yeah.
And it just a bit of water, wipe it on, and it's like you've got a brand new blackboard.
Yeah.
My mind was
that
blown.
is brilliant.
Because we had a load of blackboards at work, and someone said, "Oh, I'll take them home and I'll repaint them." And another woman went, "Oh, I'll just use a magic eraser on it." I was like, "What?" And she scrubbed it. I was like, "Oh my God." And it doesn't even take that much effort. It's a bit of a wipe.
Wow. I wonder if it works on whiteboards as well.
I think it works on everything. We
Yeah.
then had
I
a
have
whole
used
session.
them before on walls
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah, we had a whole session to go around trying to find where it doesn't work, quite frankly. So yeah, it works on anything and everything.
And that's
It's like
magic.
it is magic. But
Yeah.
so I don't know anyone that hasn't used some sort of blackboard in their business at some point.
Yeah.
Get yourself a magic eraser. Then you never have the ghost of blackboards past.
Yeah. 20p. Do you want to know what my product of the week is?
Go on then.
Well,
I think I might know.
Well, I'm really lucky enough to know someone who's published a book. And it's called With Love and Buttercream. And
Who's that?
And it's your cookbook. Your recipe book. It's not a cookbook. Well, it is a cookbook, isn't it? But it's a recipe book. And you can get it off our website. And it's got a really good section at the back with my name in it. But it also, my favourite recipe that I've used loads now is the meringue buttercream recipe.
The simple meringue buttercream.
Yeah, it is so easy and simple. That page is disgusting with bits of cake and everything. So I'm fully recommending it. Bronya, can you tell me where I can get it from?
Yeah, you can get it from our website, which is daisycakeandco.com. Who are we?
Yeah. Who are we?
daisycakeandco.com. And you can get it online, and it is, if you want a hard copy, it is £24 including postage and packing, or you can buy an ebook for
Oh,
£15
cool.
and you can have it whizzing to your inbox instantly.
It's very good.
Thank you very much for making your product of the week.
That's all right. Thank you for putting my name in it. I show a lot of people. I go, look at this book.
Look at my name at the back.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the acknowledgements. It's people that have meant a lot to me in my baking business. And there you go.
There we go.
But yeah, it's got lots of bits and pieces. And this, you know what? Even if it's just for the simple meringue buttercream, buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will save you so much heartache, that recipe.
Oh, God, it's lovely.
Right, and I've been trying and testing. I've put out a reel today.
Yeah.
Because I've been testing a lot of recipes recently. Because you know my shed, right? I've had to pre-package things. And because it's pre-packaged, it's got a list of ingredients on the back. Well, some of those ingredients lists are like War and Peace. They are so long. So I have been retesting some of my tried and tested recipes with different ingredients to get the ingredients list down.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. And people are talking about your cake shed.
I know.
People keep talking to me about it. Oh, Bronya's cake shed. How does she take payment? Don't people just steal things from it?
Do you know what? I haven't had any people steal. Not one. I've had some people leave 20p too little, things like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, people are very honest. I'm quite surprised so far. But yeah, so I want to do an episode at some point on changing ingredients out for alternative ingredients.
That's a good idea.
Because I've
definitely
because I've managed to get my lemon cake down. Because you know, when you put your ingredients out, you have to put in not only the ingredients that you're using, but all the ingredients of the ingredients that you're using. So if you're using chocolate, you've got to list everything that's in your chocolate and all that sort of stuff. So it's really made me aware of, when I'm buying stuff, how many ingredients all my ingredients have. It's a lot of words of ingredients there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got my lemon cake down to eggs, oil, flour, sugar, lemon.
Whoa. That's good.
Oh, and a raisin agent. So 6 ingredients.
And
that's it. That's all my lemon cake now. And I'm very proud of myself.
Well done,
very proud of myself. Yeah. So I think we should do an episode on that at some point. But hey, there you go. Okay. I think we're done.
All right then.
But thank you very much for making my book your product of the week.
Oh, you're welcome. And like, subscribe, review, and poo. Sorry. Poo. Edit that out. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, bye.
Excuse me while I die.